Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by your bed. Stand by your beds. How are we all? Fantastic. Trust and hope and pray that you're all well. Oh, 31st of July. 31st of July. Pinch punch, first day of the month tomorrow then. I think I might get a Mrs. the Bumps. Working hard today, let me tell you. Hello, Jesus Jones. I'm going to have a quick beer, quick chat with you, and I'm going to do a bit of a boxing workout and cycling and all that. I can't help myself. Fitness fanatic right now. Oh, so hot. Man. My mate had to buy me an ice cream at about 3 o'clock. I was going to pass out. It was like ice cold in Alice. Unbelievable. Beer, where's the Stella? Oh, Stella's too hard for me. That's a proper man's drink. That's a proper man's drink. A bit of Stella Artois. It's reassuringly expensive. I'm talking about, not the weather. It's warm, isn't it? Sue Baker. Hello, Susie. Love it to see you. Shirley. Oi, oi. How we doing? Alan Walker, as always, gorgeous. Love it to see you. Pauline Marsh. Oi, oi. Need a wife for Stella. Yeah, so you can beat her. They call it wife beer, don't they? There's only one beer that I've ever had years ago, and I'm not much of a drinker. That'll be the only I have. But it does call a quench. Was Hurlemans. That's the only one that really used to stitch me up. I was quite brave a few years ago. I thought I still had my youth on my side, and I said to the missus, "Come, I'm taking you out tonight. We're going to go for a couple of pints at the pub, and we're going to go down a curry house, have a nice bit of scran." But I got stuck. My neighbour took me up. And I'm 3 pints of hooligans in. I'm starting feeling really good. Yeah, 3 pints, and I'm like happy as Larry. We goes down the Indian, and I have another pint in there, and proceeded to hiccup most of the night. It was quite funny. But 3 pints of Hurlemans, it was like I've been hit by Tyson Fury. My legs went bandy. It's always the first thing to go in it, your legs, when you've had a few too many sherbets. Your legs, they don't hold you up, do they? They're like a little bit wayward. Alcohol's a really funny thing, actually. 1 minute you can drink loads, it don't really affect you. It depends on the immune system, I guess, and your metabolism. And another time, all of a sudden, bosh. It'll hit you like a ton of bricks, and you've only got to have a couple of pints. And think is my wallet. Yeah, first thing that goes my wallet. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Listen, work. Oh, you got to go. Oh, mate, bless your heart. Crack on. Listen, love you. Keep looking after yourself. I imagine you got a story to tell about the COVIDs. Yeah. I thought I had the COVIDs earlier. There's an advert on the radio at the moment talking about flush diarrhea. Oh. Every time it comes up, I go to my mate, is this necessary? Some radio station puts on adverts about flushing your diarrhea away. Fucking hell. So that's for people that don't know if they're coming or going, I guess. I reckon that could be. Yeah, unbelievable. Flush your diarrhea away. I'm like, wow, the fuck? Turn this radio station over. Give me a bit of absolute 80s. I love a bit of absolute 80s. So, yeah, 3 pints of hooligans in and I was away. There's a device out, right? Which is a bit at the moment because now you've all got to wear your face nappies. I'm not wearing them at all. Fuck them. Excuse my French. Boris Johnson, you can swivel on my middle. Now they're talking about goggles. You've got to start wearing goggles and gloves. It's like everyone's going to be walking around the high streets looking like council workers. And you're not going to be able to tell the difference between the road sweepers and the people that are out shopping in Primani. They're all going to look the same in 42 degrees today. My mate Andy Wordsmith shared a post of the temperature inside his cab in his skip lorry. 42 big ones. 42! Flushing the government away. Yeah, that's about fucking right, Jesus Jones. Excuse the Fs. I do have a little cuss up now and again. Don't make me a bad individual. It's just sometimes you feel frustrated with what's going on, don't you? And it just, you can't help yourself with what's going on. So now you've got to have gloves on. They're now bringing masks out, goggles. It's like everyone's going to be walking around like a frogman or a frog lady. It's mental. Walk around in 42 degrees with that lot on. See how you feel after about 20 minutes puffing off down the road. Jeepers creepers. Love, you got to, yeah, Al's got to go. Evening, Dave, Lukey, Allen, all that, son. flushing the government away. Yeah, I'm seeing Anna Breeze's channel is getting so many uploads. It's fantastic. And even Anna Breeze, you know, woman used to work for the BBC. She's now saying they're talking about conspiracy theorists. Well, she said in her own words, she said there's too many people out there now to be called conspiracy theorists. There's too many people out there questioning everything that's going on in the world. Too many. Not a conspiracy. And the conspiracy theorist is just an easy way to shut down debate. And it was created by the CIA. The CIA come up with these words to just shut debate down so that no one comes together. No one really knows what's going on. Everyone's alienated and isolated. No one knows their neighbours really. No one really knows what's going on. They've got easy pickings, haven't they? The state system's got easy pickings, but they wouldn't have easy pickings if you all come together. If you all turn down your street neighbours and you all knew each other, the old bill would even dare come down your street. See how easy it is to confuse you all. I have to say, after a day of working hard like I have, that is really refreshing. Also, MK Ultra, yeah, MK Ultra. Where's my mask, goggles, and snookles? Not forgetting me galoshes. Yes, yeah. Oh, don't start them off. Boris will be telling you you've all got to wear them soon. I'm waiting for him to say, like, right, you've got your gloves on, masks on, goggles on, right, I want to do the okey cokey. Put your left leg in, right leg out, in out, shake it all about. And I think everyone would be like, fucking, we've got to do the okey cokey on Monday. Can you believe it? How deep does this level of indoctrination go? How stupid are the people of this great country? Because I think they're just about to find out just how much this government loves them. I really do. I think Boris Johnson and his lot are one of the biggest bellends this country's ever seen. And if I had it my way, I'd give them an option to sort themselves from in the fucking Thames. I really would. With the way their police farce. For what? What are they beating us all up for? Piece of paper. It's true, isn't it? Piece of paper, a banknote, check. Blankly blank checkbook and pen. They're beating us all up, bashing us over the head, putting us on the tarmac, smashing us up, mace spraying us, anal beads, handcuffs. Kinky bastards. All for what? A piece of paper. Are you for real? When did this piece of paper become more important than us? The people, the souls, the spirits. It's fucked up, isn't it? When will this BS exactly? I don't know. I've got work tomorrow. Yeah, are you going to wear a face nappy? What's going on, Patsy? I don't know if you're going to wear a face nappy or whatever you have to. If I work for a firm, I'd be saying to people in the firms, look, fuck's sake, grow a pair of balls, man. Tell your bosses no. Everyone goes out on strike. Guess what? No more face masks. Simple. Let's take Lidl's. If all the staff there and having their little power meeting in the morning with the manager, we're going to rip it today, Pete, so-and-so, we're going to rip it as a team. Peter, you're in charge of frozen peas, deep freeze departments. You're going to rip it today. You're going to smash it, knock the figures out the park. People are going to come and bowl. There's bits and bobs in the frozen departments. I need you to keep the stocks up. Don't forget to put your mask on. Everyone went, well, hang on. What are you chatting about? Fucking masks. No, we ain't doing it. And if one did it and then another one did, then you're getting the consensus. Everyone's too scared to talk, aren't they? Everyone's go, oh, no, I can't need my job, need to pay my bills. If everybody in Lidl's that morning told the manager he's a wanker and we're not wearing this stupid stuff, he's got a shop with no staff. He's got angry customers outside that can't get their lasagnas. Do you understand? Yeah? Do you understand? No, it wouldn't happen. But so we're exacerbating this condition, right? Because we're all going along with it. We all think this is all for the greater good. Yes. Now the state can come around and nick your kids if they think they've got COVID juice. You might never see them again. Can you imagine how traumatic it is? They come and kick your doors in spacesuits, hazmat suits, and just they're laughing, going, "What's that? Where's the kids? Oh, they've gone. Oh, where they gone to? Oh, we can't tell you. Secret location." Do you realise? Come on, peeps. It's time to grab yourself by the testicles. It's time for you ladies to grab your husbands by the balls and tell them to man up. It really is. I'm on BP medication already, so no can do. Go on, sweetheart. It would be something out of the film E.T. You could be right, love. You could be right. Craig, my son, I'm up the night, mate. Oh yeah. Oh, bless your cotton socks. Well done to you. I went into my local bank the other day, wouldn't give me foreign currency. Maybe just me. Fucking Banks, I'll tell you. Did you register your motor at DVLA? I did. Didn't get much of a response from Touchwood. I've sent Kent Police so much stuff that Touchwood, they leave me alone. They don't intercourse with me. I've been very fortunate not to be touched by the fuckery, so that's all good news. What about us up north? Part lockdown. It's only lockdown if you play along with it. If you tell them all to fuck off and leave you alone, then it's not going to happen, is it? Whoever give these people the right to muzzle you? What, because they got a uniform on? Who says they know best for you? They don't know best for you. They'd have to shoot me, really. Then I'd tell them, I would. If a copper comes and says, put your muzzle on, I'd say, oh, fuck off, you silly cunt. Excuse my French. I would. I don't care if this is going out live. I'd tell them straight, fuck off. I couldn't be doing with it. Put your mask on. Go and do one. Go on. Jog on, you twat. You're me servant, not me master. Is that a tacit agreement if they don't respond? Who knows? They're thugs. What you got? Hang on, my dog wants to come in. What you got is a system that don't respect the law, don't respect the rule of law. So what is that? Because you've got to understand the system's moved into force. The police farce. They was a service. They're a force now. So they don't care. They got all the weapons. They just come around and do whatever they want to do. They're fucking idiots. Red Pill Phil, gorgeous man, coming home from holiday tomorrow. He's a dude, he is. Charlie, all right, son. How's it going? Red Pill Phil, decent geezer. John Lawrence, man, when he got stabbed the other year, I'm like, fucking hell. He's so tall. I remember seeing him, and I was like, oh, I've got a crook neck. I was like, oh, let's stand back a bit, have a chat with him. He's a right tall dude, isn't he? Janie says, Craig loves you. I love you too. Who's Charlie? Janie and Craig loves you. Who's Charlie? Do I know Charlie? Who's Charlie? Maybe some covert profile. I don't know. Oi, Charlie. Who's Charlie? Charlie. Who's Charlie? So yeah, the system. They're just thugs and fools. You know. I think their time's coming. It's in my son's name. Which righto. Gotcha, Janie baby. Magical Birdie. Witchy, I love you. I love you too. Let me tell you, he doesn't want to come home. Oh, I don't blame him. Don't blame him. All right, Charlie loves you back. Craigie Russell. Oi. I know. Again, a bit saucy up there, aren't they, in the West Midlands. Pauline Marsh, I've been shielding since March. So they think. Yeah, exactly. Shielding. Put your shield up. What are we on, a fucking Death Star or something? What are we on? Shield up, Luke. No, it's going to break up. Shit's breaking up. Fucking hell. I'm shielding. I've had people tell me that on the phone. Best one for me, some gay. I've had some bits for his house. And he messaged me. He went, can you come round Wednesday? I says, yeah, sure. Hang on, we've got a suitable, my internet's dropped up a bit. Hang on. Sorry, we lost connection there, but we're back now. So, yeah, I don't know, about 8 weeks ago, maybe slightly longer. Geezer, I do a lot of work for around the corner. I love him to pieces. He's a lovely geezer. Him and his missus, they're just fantastic. So I gets down his house. I've got a few bits and bobs to do, put on his central heating system and that. Anyway, I rocked up on the van, on his drive with my van. He's come over all cautious. He went, you all right, Dave? I said, yeah. He said, see that bag over there? I said, well, the Waitrose one. He said, yeah. I said, what about it? He said, in there's your mask and your gloves. I went, I haven't come to do a kid show. I don't do kids entertainment. I'm a heating engineer. Oh, he said, I knew you'd be like this. I said, be like what? You got to put it on. I said, I ain't got to do nothing, bruv. I said, I'll tell you what, before we fall out, I'll get in my van. I'll go home and turn my flat screen on. I'll watch the TV all day. You let me know when we're good. No, he said, I need it done. I went, not my problem. Really not my problem. Hang on, he says. I'll have a chat with the wife. I says, you go and have a chat with your wife, Saucy. He comes back. He said, that's all right. He said, do us a favour. I went, no problem. I says, I've done it. And when I come out, he said, Dave, I'm so sorry. I said, no, it's all right. I said, it's okay. He said, you don't understand what fear we're in. I said, fear of what? Fear of the COVID. I said, what? The boogeyman. What are you on about? I said, well, you're scared of the boogeyman coming to get you. What do you mean? I said, there's nobody in our villages that have got this or had it. Nobody. I said, you know that, right? He said, well, yeah, kind of. I said, we live out in the wicked wild west countryside. You think this is real? Well, of course it is. I said, where's all the dead bodies? Where's your neighbours throwing out their bodies? Where's everyone crying because their aunties and cousins and mothers and dads and sisters have all died? And there's stench in the air and there's bodies everywhere. Where are they? Well, they're not. I said, well, isn't that evidence enough that this is not what they say it is? And that's really about all of this. We are not being offered any evidence apart from a load of numbers on screen. Oh, we've got 40,000. Yeah, well, that's because you're classing cancer people, heart attack people, heart failure. You're putting them down as COVID-19. It's a genocide. You're fucking about. You've taken the coroner out of the twist. The coroner now sits at home scrubbing his bollocks all day, not touching anything. You go straight to the incinerator in a double bin bag liner, and that's it. That's you gone. Ta-ta. Thanks for your life. Now fuck off. Yes, the truth. That's how I see it, right? We're just expendables to these mother truckers that work in Westminster. They think they own us. We're their property. Savage, isn't it? So I said, where's the evidence? Show me the evidence of all of this. Show me the evidence of the thousands of people dead. Show me it. Show me everyone waiting. Show me the bodies in doorways, in hallways. Show me the mass graves that are being dug. That's what happens in the pandemic epidemic. We dig mass graves, people. We chuck bodies in mass graves. They're all going together. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully they don't land on top of one. They're really, do you know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be too comfortable, would it? You know. That's what we do. We shut down the parishes. The funeral directors, they, oh no, we can't deal with this shit. My mate Alan's just been here as a funeral director. He told me at the beginning of this, he said, some swindles going on here, son. I went, yeah, I'm feeling it. But everyone you talk to, cognitive distance. No, they wouldn't do that. No. The ironic part about it is, what happens when they come for you? What happens when you're dying? What happens when you don't get justice? What happens when you've had heart failure and died and they write you up as COVID? What happens then? Who's fighting your corner? Nobody. State party is a wicked, evil, excuse my French, Charlie. I hate them. They've got no morals. They've got no honour. They're evil, wicked people. And I mean evil and wicked people. People that their souls are so dark. So dark. There's no light in these people. I've witnessed it from first hand. I've played with many judges in the Royal Courts of Justice. I've never seen any soul or spirit in any one of these people. The clerks, the judges, none of them. None of them have got a soul. None of them have got a spirit. They're like drones. It's sick. I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of a fair, decent, open country. People are respected and we're loved and we're valued. Our soul is the value, right? Truth? No? They were on Spice. I think they was on something, probably Old Spice. I had a guy literally tell me the other day that these people are dying in the streets. I haven't seen the evidence. I want to see the evidence. If people have got the evidence, show me. And I said to someone today, listen, if I was seeing the evidence where I live, I appreciate I live in the countryside. But if I was seeing the evidence in my towns, my villages, that people were dropping like flies, I wouldn't be going nowhere. I would have my food delivered, chucked on top of the wall. I'd be out there with the sanitizer spray, wiping it all down, putting a condom on top of the bread, and then I'd have to demace it and all that. I tell you, I wouldn't be going nowhere. I wouldn't be chatting with my neighbours across the thing. I wouldn't be chatting with them next door. I'd be giving them the V. So fuck that. I could die. I wouldn't. But I'm not stupid. I'm far from stupid. If I was seeing the evidence of people dying, and I wouldn't be going nowhere. I wouldn't be mixing with no one. I'd have 3 hazmat suits on. I'd wear 3 just for good luck. Yeah, that's why an Irishman wears 3 condoms. To be sure. I wouldn't be going nowhere. I wouldn't. I love my life. I love my life so much. I would protect it. But I've, from the beginning, not seen any evidence of thousands of people dying. Yeah, it's a great beer, this one, actually. Evening, Stu. Lovely to see you. Victoria, excuse me. We have been lucky that we locked down to avoid that. Other countries couldn't. But look, listen. I got a mate of mine, and bless her heart, she lost her mother. She was there when her mother passed about 6 weeks ago, and the nurse from Macmillan or some of these Mary Curies was there. You know, they sit with them end of time, don't they? Give them the drugs to see them home, and so the mother had passed, and her daughter's obviously distraught, and so the nurse phones up the doctor and says, "Get the doc out. You know, we need the paperwork done because there's some fucking mystery in this paperwork. I tell you, death certificates, birth certificates. Let me tell you, it's like a god." So the doctor rocks up and he says to the nurse, "Put this one down. It's COVID." And she went, "Excuse me?" He went, "Well, we're going to put it down." He went, "My friend said, listen, my mother hasn't had COVID. Ain't even had a test. Fuck off." Well, that's what we're putting down. So she bent down and kissed her dead mother on the lips and said, "You better test me now, mother trucker." And his doctor had hissy fit. She said, "Put the right thing down. My mum had heart problems. Bosh. Death certificate, heart troubles, no COVID. My friends have had test kits sent in the post for family members. They plunge whatever it is and tested an orange. Send it back. Guess what? The orange is tested positive for COVID-19. Don't know if it's a Satsuma or a Jaffa. It fucking tested positive, probably an Easy Peeler. You've got to love an Easy Peeler, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, you can't be doing all that stuff with the skin. You've got to have an Easy Peeler. Working. There's this massive big tree, proper foliage, very old place, 15th century. I said to my mate, I said, the fruits on them trees look like monkeys' bollocks, don't they? I said, look at me, went, I've never seen a pair of monkeys' bollocks. I said, I have. I've been to Africa. I've seen them. They're blue. These things were green. Anyway, later on in the day, I see this thing laying on the floor, and I looked at it, picked it up. It's a fig tree. It's a fig tree. But as these figs are growing, when they're so big, they look like a pair of monkeys' bollocks just hanging there, swinging about in the wind. And I'm like, wow, that brings back memories of Kenya. Yeah? Beautiful. Fig. I love figs. Figs are they're so super powerful, so antioxidants. A fig is such a superfood, let me tell you. So I'm going to be up there in the next week or two having some figs off their trees. Maybe if they're home or not, I don't know, because they're away at the moment. Much is out with me. So, yeah, the orange tested positive. The Satsuma, Jaffa, whatever it was, tested positive for COVID. No, you better come in for a fucking checkup. What do you mean? Here's a fucking orange pill, you plonker. Peeps, I'll tell it how it is, right? This is, to me, it's like coming into a saloon bar or a public bar. We're in the pub together. Just think we're in the pub together, right? And we're having a chat. Some of you are smoking, some of you are farting, whatever. It don't matter. But that's how I do this. That's how I interact with this thing. I'm reading your comments. So it's like I'm stood at the bar with, we're having a chat, right? Now, this is something we've been missing for such a long time, is this connection and being able to talk to one another, right? They want us all to not hug each other, not to commune with one another, not to look into someone's eyes or see their facial expressions. Look, if you go into a shop and you call someone a cunt, and all you can see is their eyes, you don't know what, you might mean it in a jovial way or so you're looking for someone's expressions. The first line of defense, when you talk to someone, the very first things you say, you're looking for their body language and their facial expressions to see what they're like as a reaction. Well, you're not seeing that now, are you? Everyone's walking around like zombies. No one's talking to one another. You're not going, all right, guys, how's it going? Yeah, oh, is that your missus? She's a bit of all right, isn't she? You lucky swine. You're punching above your weight. You're not doing that. Everyone's walking around doom and gloom. We're seeing his eyes and this mask. They look like Chewbacca. I'm like, and some of these people have got them like they're colour coordinated. I've seen people out today wearing more up here than they've been wearing elsewhere because it's been so hot. 42 degrees, people walking around in masks. Are you for real? The best thing for beating a virus is sunshine, vitamin D. Slow release vitamin C. Get your vitamin C's in your peeps. I take vitamin C every day. I take vitamin D every day. I take loads of stuff. Anyway, it is what it is. Viruses can get through your body in many ways. Don't forget your skin's an epidermis. Your skin, as I've sweated buckets. You don't want to know that. Like you don't want to know about the radio advert saying flush your diarrhea down the toilet. But the point is this: your skin's an epidermis. So if you think a virus can only get into your body through your mouth and nose, I tell you, peeps, you're crazy. It's a crazy madness because it gets in your eyes. It can get through your skin. You get something on your hands. A virus can leach through and get into your bloodstream through. Look at my veins. Look at just below the surface they are. Right now, I'm someone that's got quite big veins. Yeah, I do have quite big veins. So my veins are very pronounced and very easy to work out. Okay, so there's nothing stopping me putting some iodine on here now, which I do. And within a little while, that iodine is leaching through my skin, going into my body, getting into my bloodstream and doing my thyroid the world of good. A virus and stuff can get in all sorts of ways. So wearing a mask is just like using a condom, but only using the tip. It's like cutting the rest off and just using the little halo at the top and hoping for the best. It ain't happening. And I'm just worried about the damage that people are causing to themselves while they're doing all this. And the NHS are not seeing people for cancer. Imagine the kids at home right now that got cancer, not being. It's like the NHS, fuck clapping for it. They've shut up shop, ladies and gentlemen. They've shut up shop. The NHS is shut in comparison. It's not open properly. I've had so many nurses come to me. Oh, they've sent me home. I'm on full pay, but I'm just at home filing my nails now. Yeah, going 1 day a week. Why are they not flat out? Why are the hospitals not flat out? Why are the car parks in the hospitals not overflowing? Why is there not ambulances going to and fro everywhere and paramedics crying because everyone's dying? Why? You know, that's what I would expect to see if I truly was living in a global pandemic epidemic. That's what happens. There's going to be misery everywhere. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the evidence of it. Truthfully, not. If you're referring to potential cancer people I've been seeing, I've been one of them. Okay. So, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not, the NHS isn't rolling as it normally does. The wards are not overly busy. A&E's pretty much empty. What about the people that are not getting their operations to sustain life? And I listened to a BBC or Jeremy Vine thing earlier that Anna Breeze posted, and this woman said to her, the presenter, she said, would you sign a non-disclosure that you wouldn't use the NHS if you got COVID, having the ways and stuff about you as you are? Now, that is a stupid fucking question. Regardless of whether you think this virus is a scamdemic or it's real, to ask a question like that, would you be prepared to waive your right to treatment? The woman wants fucking shooting. That reporter, that woman that works for the BBC Channel 4, whoever that does the Jeremy Vine show, wants fucking shooting because the NHS is free at point of delivery. And they're not there to judge. They're not there to judge people. They're not there to say, oh, you've been acting like a right prick. You ain't being treated. We're not sewing your willy back on. They're not there for that. They're there because they chose to serve. Yes, not to boss, not to make clinical decisions of who gets treated and who don't get treated. Apparently, they said at the beginning of this COVID-19, oh, you're over 65, you just got to go home and die. We're not going to treat you. We're not putting you on this respirator stuff. Fuck it. No, we're not doing it. When did they get to make these decisions about who gets treated, who doesn't? Because then you're differentiating between what life's important and what life's not important. I thought a life was a life and all were equal. No? You've all paid into it. You all pay into it for your taxation, this, that, the other. How the fuck can the NHS start deciding who they treat and who they don't treat? That's poppycock. It's a failed system at that point then, and you should all be questioning it and saying, fuck it, we're going to do something different. Bollocks to you lot. You've become ravenous. Oh, would you sign a waiver because of your attitudes and you're a conspiracy theorist? That's basically what she was saying. Would you waive your right to treatment by the NHS? That reporter wants taken outside and fucking horsewhipping for even coming up with that mere suggestion. She obviously don't understand what the NHS was formed for and formulated for. It wasn't formulated to those that are fucking worthier than thou to be treated than the peasants that have their own minds to be just left to rot. No, that's not what it's about, is it? That's not what the NHS was formed for, is it? It was a people by the people thing, so that treatment was free at the point of delivery, right? That's what it was all about. If not, fuck taxation, everyone just have private healthcare. Can you imagine if you weren't paying taxes on all of your wages, which is a massive con, and the biggest con of the 21st century? Because you shouldn't have an income, you should have an outcome. If you was left alone and you wasn't taxed, you could make your own decision. Right, I'm gonna treat my family to private health insurance. Why not? That's fine if they want everyone to go private health, no taxation. Perfect. Makes sense, right? My friend, her husband, and 4 of her 5 kids had it in January. The child never vaxxed, was not affected at all. Wow. It was a dirty virus and she wouldn't go see her nan, but they were all fine without antibiotics. Wow. Auntie Mandy. We were talking about you last night, actually. How wise you are. Do I know you? Have I met you? I don't know if you can confirm that for me in the chat box. They won't, their medical staff, and they save lives, not take them. That's what they're supposed to be there for. They're supposed to be there to have been no judgments. Just if someone in need comes to them with a nail, I'll never forget my mate quite a few years ago. He'd got one of these nail guns, one of these pad slows, yeah? They got like a bit of dynamite and it fires a 4-inch fucking nail. It's like going on a Paul Daniels magic show. And whenever he was first fixing an house and putting up a timber frame, I was so careful in there because you'd hear nails pinging around all over the place. You think, fucking hell, he's trying to shoot me. So anyway, one day he's putting up some stud work and he's ka-chunk with his gun. Well, apparently he put a nail on a knot in the timber. Now, a knot in a bit of timber can be quite hard. This thing's bounced back. He's then gone again where his hand was, ka-chink, and he's put a nail straight through his thumb in this 4x2. And he's like, fuck. And luckily the lads that were working with him come and cut either side of it with a tool. And he went up to the hospital with a bit of 4x2 hanging out about 4 inches either side of his thumb. Right? Yeah? Fucking unbelievable. He got treated straight away. It was funny. So accidents happen, but they're not there to judge. They're there to just go, bosh, we chose to serve the people. Someone comes in, they've had problems, Bob's your uncle, and away you go. Now, my ex-wife's uncle worked at the Medway years ago as a maintenance man. His name's Jerry. He's still alive. He lost his wife a couple of years ago. God bless you, Joan. Hope you're all right. In the heavenly realms now. And Jerry used to look like Sid Little out of Little and Large. You know, the one that played the guitar, the big tall fella with the big glasses, the big thick lenses. And that's how he used to roll. We used to go out and have a pint on a Friday night. You've been nailed, exactly. So Jerry used to have his hand braces and his hand drills, and he got caught away A&E one day at Medway. And they said, Jerry, can you come up to casualty? Yeah, what's up? Bring your tool bag with you. Yeah, you got your hand drill. Yeah. So Jerry goes up there, pulls the screen back. There's a geezer on all fours, Bosch, arse in the air, with a milk bottle in his bottom, right? And Jerry's like, I haven't seen this before. So he said, what do you want me to do? He said, I'm a maintenance man. They said, yeah, we can't get it out. It's sucked in there. The air's gone. We need you to drill a hole in the bottom of the glass, let the air in so we can. He went, really? And this lad's going, it was an accident. I come out the shower, I slipped on the towel, and before I knew it, I'd done 2.5 with pipe, and I landed on it, went right up my bum. What's the chance of that? He said, oh, fucking sounds like a magical story. Well done. And Jerry's there with his big rimmed glasses on, with his sweat beading up his head, like this, with his little hand drill. Yeah, got geezer's arse cheeks either side here with a bottle, and then Jerry's there going, fucking hell. And he managed to drill a hole for it, and they got the thing out, right? You'd be surprised with the amount of people, what they go into A&E with some of their things. There was one geezer went to Maidstone a few years ago, had a little fish fly up the end of his old chap. Yeah, he was doing some kinky stuff. There's some really kinky people out there. Do some really kinky things. He had a little fish, and because of the spines of the fish, they had a 6-hour operation. 6 hours on his old chap to sort it out. Unbelievable. Yeah, Jerry's there, not on this one with the fish, but with the, can you imagine? Well, that air sucked in. But he pulled his drilling with him. Would you? Come out, you come. Anyway, they got the bottle out. No problem. Once air could go in, they could pull it out. So the NHS was there for us, the people. Like all of our infrastructures years ago were paid for by the people for the people. Now you have to pay to use your roads. What bum fluffer is that? They're your roads. Why do you have to pay to use your own creation? Now that's how I've pretty much done all the police forces and that. Why am I? Excuse me, Chief Constable. This is my inheritance. Why am I paying my own fucking road? These are my roads, my creation. I'm not a foreigner to planet Earth. I'm part of it, for fuck's sake. Well, that's a very honest question. That was a toilet brush, though. Yeah. Mate, there's some kinky people out there. So the NHS, a reporter saying, are you going to sign a waiver justificates COVID with your attitude? Fuck off, you idiot. That Jeremy Vine shows evil and wicked. Jeremy Vine, you're a knob jockey. He's a knob jockey. But they're because they got control of the airways and that. And, oh yeah, whatever we say goes. Oh yeah, we're gods. We're up in the gods. You listen to us, peasants. Well, a lot of people no more, are they? A lot of people are turning away from it. Don't trust it all, do you? It's the biggest thing in this world, trust. If you didn't know me, like we're talking about this vaccine now, they're talking about, there's going to be a vaccine coming out. A vaccine that's probably worth its weight, like Pascal and all the TB and diphtheria and all that years ago. There's been some clever people, that have made some real good breakthroughs in saving humanity. But nowadays, to me, it's all big business and big pharma, and it's just got to stop. It only takes 10 years to create a vaccine. Yeah, clinical trials, this, that, the other, see what it works, how it don't work. They've rushed this thing through within a year. Bill Gates has got his hand in it. I mean, he can't even make a computer without a fucking virus. They're saying everyone's got to have this vaccine now. Well, it ain't been properly tested. The point I'm trying to make, if you didn't know me and I come round your house and offered you, I've opened my bag and I've got a bottle of gin out and you're going to go, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Is this, what's he put? Has he put something in it? You don't know, do you? Because of the trust element. I'm not part of your families and stuff like that. So why do we go blind faith into these doctors' surgeries? People we don't really know. Most doctors are depressed. Most doctors commit suicide. You do know there's a massive rate of suicide in the doctor sphere. Massive. Loads and loads of doctors are complete and utter pissheads. A lot of ex-coppers, complete pissheads. Livers that are quivering in a jar. But you're just going to go to that doctor and trust him. Yeah, stick it in my arm. Gov. Oh, yeah, done no tests on it, really. No, don't go on. So you just trust these people. It's called blind faith. And it's ladies and gentlemen. So the point I'm trying to make, if I come round your house and whipped out things, said, here, get that down your neck, you're going to go, oh, no, hang on a minute. Oh, it'll suss you out a bit first. You should be doing the same with all your doctors and nurses and stuff. Yeah, you don't know these people. You don't. You need to form up a trust relationship with them. Yeah, you need to get to know them a little bit. We always used to know our doctors and our locals years ago. They used to be part of the community. Out along the road here, one of the doctors had a house up there. I can't think what his name was. Dr. So-and-so passed away about 15 years ago. But everybody knew the local doctor. Everybody, the kids were put in the world. Hello, doc. Yeah, they knew them all. Now you just don't know. It's really dangerous. We trust mechanics to fix our cars. We trust surgeons to operate. We trust many specialists because they know what they're doing and we don't have those jobs. Absolutely. People's health should have never been used for profit. Hey, gorgeous Dave. Hello, True. True, you make a really valid point there. We should never be up or offered up on the plate, man, like this. Because we're what matters. People what matters. Monetary issues, contracts, it don't mean shit. It just don't mean shit. Pieces of paper, MOTs, insurance, tax, it don't mean shit. It really don't. It don't. It's not in the real world. It's not in the real world, is it? Is that mask on your face, Victoria? Cody McAllister, sorry. Speaking of the NHS, go back and watch the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympics. Absolutely. They put it all out there, but most people don't pay attention, do they? They just droll on. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. But the ironic part about that now is it's coming in thick and fast. Have a look at Brazil and the mass graves. Boom. Only a doctor and a vet are trying to kill. Yes. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Trying to kill. Right. I'm going to go. I need to go and do a bit of training. I'm tired. I've worked so hard today and it's been so hot. It has literally took the wind out of my sails. I'm quite tired, actually. It's only 6:30. What a lightweight. I love you all. I'll be back to you over the weekend at some point. Enjoy your weekends. Hopefully it's going to be really hot. Get out, get that vitamin D in you. Please consider what you're doing with your face mask, people. I don't want you to injure yourselves. I don't want you to cause hypoxia within yourself. These masks ain't doing jack shit, let me tell you. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Have fantastic weekends. I can feel the energy dropping out of my body, so I need to go and get some sustenance. So, love you all. Stay blessed. Patsy, Auntie Mandy, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love you. Cody McAllister, thank you. Victoria West, all you gorgeous people. Jesus Jones, Flat Earther. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping the faith. Thanks for staying with us. We need to grow this channel. It is growing all the time. If it's your first time, consider subscribing, liking, hitting the bell button for future notifications. And I will see you all very, very soon.